In the annals of ancient history, few tales are as gripping as the rise of the Akkadian Empire, the world's first empire under the rule of the ambitious and enigmatic Sargon of Akkad. This narrative begins around 2334 BC in a region bustling with city-states and vibrant cultures, ancient Mesopotamia. The rise of Sargon. Born as an outsider, Sargon's early life is shrouded in mystery and legend. According to the ancient texts, he was a gardener's son, possibly an orphan, who rose to prominence in the city of Kish. Some stories even claim he was set adrift in a basket on the river by his mother, echoing a mythic motif of destined greatness. His real name was Sharukin, meaning the true king, a title that seemed to prefigure his monumental future. Sargon's ascent to power was both audacious and dramatic. Displaying remarkable military and political acumen, he overthrew the king of Kish and began a series of conquests that would redefine the landscape of the Near East. His campaigns were relentless and meticulously planned. City after city fell to his armies, from Uruk and/or to Lagash and Nippur, the ancient centers of Sumerian civilization. Unlike leaders before him, Sargon systematically dismantled the existing city-state structures and replaced them with a centralized administration loyal. Sargon's vision extended beyond mere military conquest. He aimed to create a new order, unifying the diverse city-states under his centralized rule. By doing so, he founded the Akkadian Empire, named after his capital, Akkad, whose precise location remains one of history's tantalizing mysteries. The empire was vast, stretching from the Mediterranean shores of modern-day Syria to the heart of Mesopotamia. To govern his sprawling empire, Sargon installed Akkadian governors, known as unify, to oversee various regions, ensuring their loyalty through administrative and military control. He also fostered economic stability by improving agricultural methods and enhancing trade routes that connected the Persian Gulf with the Mediterranean. Under Sargon, the Akkadian language flourished as the lingua franca, used for official administration and literary purposes, gradually overshadowing Sumerian, though the latter remained a significant cultural and religious language. This linguistic shift not only facilitated the centralized management of the empire, but also helped in melding the diverse cultures under his rule into a coherent Akkadian identity. Sargon's reign, which lasted over 4 decades, was marked by both brilliance and brutality, innovation and oppression. His legacy, carried on by his descendants, notably his grandson Naram-Sin, would leave an indelible mark on the history of the region. The Akkadian Empire set precedents in empire building, governance, military strategy, and cultural integration that future generations in Mesopotamia and beyond would look to as foundational. Thus, from the obscure origins of a gardener's son to the lofty heights of imperial glory, the story of Sargon and the Akkadian Empire remains a captivating chapter in the saga of human civilization, highlighting the eternal human themes of ambition, power, and legacy. As dawn broke over the newly established Akkadian Empire, its ambitious founder, Sargon of Akkad, looked beyond the fertile valleys of Mesopotamia. His eyes were set on distant horizons, envisioning an empire that would encompass lands from the silver-blue coasts of the Mediterranean to the rugged highlands of Iran. The expansion and governance of this vast territory would test the limits of Sargon's ingenuity and reveal the true mettle of Akkadian administration. After securing his rule over the Sumerian city-states, Sargon embarked on a series of military campaigns that would extend his empire's boundaries dramatically. His armies, well organized and fiercely loyal, marched into the upper Mesopotamian plain, subduing the cities and tribes one by one. Each campaign was meticulously planned, combining rapid strikes with sieges that wore down the resistance of more fortified cities. The conquest of Ebla, a wealthy city in modern-day Syria, was a pivotal moment in Sargon's expansion. It opened the gates to the vast trade networks that stretched across the Levant and into Anatolia. This victory not only brought immense wealth into Akkad's coffers, but also secured its influence over the region's trade routes, enhancing its economic and strategic stature. With the rapid expansion of the empire, Sargon faced the monumental task of governance. How could one ruler maintain control over such a diverse and sprawling domain? His solution lay in a revolutionary administrative system that centralized power yet delegated responsibilities to trusted officials, known as ensi. These ensi were usually Akkadians or loyalists from conquered regions, trained to administer in the Akkadian style. They were tasked with maintaining order, collecting taxes, and enforcing the laws dictated by Akkad. This network of governors ensured that Sargon's decrees were implemented across vast distances, from the silver mines of Anatolia to the cedar forests of Lebanon. Sargon understood that military might alone could not sustain an empire. Economic stability and legal frameworks were equally crucial. He thus introduced standardized weights and measures, a move that facilitated trade and commerce across the region. These standards helped to integrate the economies of diverse territories, making it easier for merchants to trade without the cumbersome process of negotiating exchange rates and measures at every city. To further unify his empire, Sargon implemented a common legal system. While much of this legal structure is lost to history, records indicate that it was comprehensive enough to address both minor civil disputes and major criminal offences, thereby providing a sense of justice and order that transcended local laws and traditions. The glue that held the Akkadian Empire together was not only administrative, but also cultural. Sargon promoted the Akkadian language as the empire's lingua franca, used in official documents and court proceedings. This linguistic unity helped to integrate the assorted peoples of the empire, fostering a shared identity that transcended ethnic and regional diversities. Moreover, Sargon was a master propaganda, using monumental architecture, stelae, and official narratives to legitimize his rule and portray himself as a divine-appointed monarch. His image was crafted to convey power and benevolence, an approach that was particularly effective in regions newly brought under Akkadian control. The story of Akkadian expansion and governance under Sargon is a tale of military might intertwined with administrative acumen and cultural strategy. It showcases how the threads of power, economy, law, and culture were woven together to create a tapestry of control that stretched across the ancient Near East, setting standards for future empires.